today we're doing my March book haul. I was actually hoping to have another 4-ish books to go in this haul. I ordered them long enough ago that they should have arrived, but I have not received the package, or potentially multiple packages. Book Depository has a habit of putting in multiple packages. So I'm missing 4 books that were originally ordered and meant to be part of this haul, but this is the last post day for March, so it's not coming till April, so that can be in my April haul. So already we have some books planned for the April haul. Look out for that in like a month's time. But today we're talking about all the books I bought in March and received in my physical presence in March, which is a decent number. I bought 13 books, 4 of which were from the book fair that I went to. I uploaded a reading vlog earlier in the month that included the Readathon by Zoe vlog, and that included me going to the book fair. So if you've seen that, you saw the 4 books I picked up there, but I will talk about them quickly now. So first off, we have Factotum by D.M. Cornish, which is book 3 in the Monster Blood Tattoo. I'm pretty sure I still own book 1 of this, that I didn't unhaul it. And so I saw this there for like $1, so I picked it up, as you do. So this is a middle grade young adult series that came out when I was like 10, I believe. It's about around the right time. It was a 2010 release, no, so I was 16 when this came out. And I never got around to reading these. They're supposed to be very dark and fantasy fun. And I knew a lot of friends who really enjoyed them, so I do want to pick these up eventually. And yes, now I have, I believe, 1 and 3, though the first one is at my mum's house. Then I picked up Wild Thorn by Jane Eagland. This is something I know very little about, but it looks very historical fiction-y, and the back is very mysterious. I have the kitten chewing on my shoes. I don't really know that much about it. I believe she's mistaken for another girl. I believe. It says, this was a horse-drawn carriage takes her to the wrong place. Wildthorn Hall, an asylum for the insane. This must be a great misunderstanding. They strip her naked of everything, undo her whalebone corset hook by hook. They take her identity, but she is still 17. Still Louisa Cosgrove, isn't she? That sounds awesome. I know nothing about this. I checked it on Goodreads and it had decent reviews, so I got it. Then I picked up The Interrogation of Charla Wolf, book 1, The Tribe, or the series is The Tribe, and the book is The Interrogation of Charla Wolf, I'm not 100% sure, by Amberlynn Queen Molina, and this is an Indigenous Australian Own Voices fantasy novel. And that's about all I know. I saw this on April from April Reads. Oh god, I can't remember your channel name. April, apologies. It was Aprilia's Books at one point. I can't remember. And I'm awful. And so I saw it and was like, yes, that sounds great. So I picked it up because I'd heard about it, and that's about as far as we got, which is a common theme of this kind of book fair book. And finally, from the book fair, I picked up Timeless by Gail Carriger, which is the 5th Parasol Protectorate novel. I have previously got book 3 from a similar book fair, and you'll see more of this series in this book haul. And so I found this and I was like, yes, have to get that while it's $1. I'm so keen to read this series. Next we have a couple of things which I've already read but are parts of series that I adore and came out in either new editions kind of things this past little while. And the first one of those is the hardcover print edition of Night of Cake and Puppets by Laini Taylor, which is a companion novella to the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, following Susanna and, what's the boy's name? It starts with M. Mikhail. and I loved this. I had it in an ebook version on my computer, and this is illustrated by Jim DiBartolo, who is Lenny Taylor's husband. So I was keen to pick this up. I looked through the pictures, but I didn't reread it, but it's on my red shelf because obviously I've read it before. Then we have the City of Bones 10th Anniversary Edition by Cassandra Clare. Hey, no. 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 Go do something else. Go do something else. Go do something else. Obviously, I've read this before, but again, this edition is illustrated. There are apparently also some text differences, but I'm not going to reread this to find those. I don't care. Apologies if you fall over, the cat's playing with the tripod. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. This is a jacketless hardback, the UK edition, and I love it, so it's going on my shelf to be all collectorsy. Next up, we have a couple of new releases I've already read. So first off, we have Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. This is a West African inspired fantasy series, young adult, following our main character Zaylee, who is the daughter of a magi, or the magic wielders, and was clearly meant to inherit that, but magic was taken from this world, and she's on a quest to get it back. I really enjoyed this. I've got a review planned, which I'll be filming soon and will be up early next month. So keep an eye out for that. I will also be talking about it briefly in my wrap-up, which I think will come out before the review. So keep an eye out for those. Then we have Obsidian by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, which is the third and final book in the Illuminae Chronicles. The Illuminae Files. They're files. Obviously, because they're told in file format. I have already read this. Oh my god, Kitten. Stop. Trixie, stop. This was amazing. I adored it. I loved it. It was so good. She's making a lot of noise over there. Never mind her. I've already got it ready to go in its spot. And this was great fun. I won't be doing a review for this one because I don't know how to talk about it properly, but I will be talking about it in my wrap-up in a little bit of detail. Apologies if the frame went all over the place. The kitten is a nut. She's now locked up. She was wanting to misbehave. She's not a fan of the tripod yet. And now finally we have a group of books that I just bought, either because I've heard a lot of good things about them, or because they will be the next in a series that I want to be reading, which I will show you now. First off, we have The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. This is the second book in the, what is the series called? The Broken Earth trilogy. The first one is the 5th season, which I've read and really enjoyed this past month. I filmed a review for that and it should be up. I'll try to remember to link it down below, but I will also be raving about it in my wrap-up because I loved it. And this is book 2, which I'm hoping to be reading in May. April's a little bit full up, but May, this is definitely on the radar for. Then we have The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. This is a Russian-inspired fantasy, I believe. Part historical fiction, part fantasy. I've heard amazing things about it from a bunch of people. And so I was inclined to pick it up. I don't know that much about it, but again, this will be read soon-ish. Then we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first in companion duology to the Grisha trilogy. So the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which are a duology that are companion series to the Grisha trilogy. I finished the Grisha trilogy this last month. I'll be talking about Ruin and Rising in my wrap-up. And so I went and picked up this. I've been so excited for Six of Crows, like blow my mind excited. And so I had to pick it up straight away. I will be reading this also in May. Then we have The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I love this because I've heard so many people raving about it. This is a sci-fi series. It's not a brand new release. I think the second one came out very recently. And it's a character-driven space opera, I believe. And that's all I needed to know. Apparently, the way race is dealt with in this is really well done, so I'm definitely keen to check it out. Though I don't know when I will eventually get to this. It's definitely on my radar and my upcoming TBR though, so I'm excited! And finally, as promised, we have Solace by Gail Carriger. This is book 1 of the Parasol Protectorate. So I now have books 1, 3 and 5. 1 I've bought new, 3 and 5 I picked up on discount. And so obviously after I've read book 1, I will go buy book 2. And then after I've read book 2 and 3, I'll go buy book 4 unless I find 2 and 4 discounted somewhere. But because obviously I had 3 and 5, I had to buy 1 new so I could eventually read them. And these are steampunk fantasy, which sounds amazing. And also Gail Carriger does a lot of steampunk fantasy. She has some other series that tie into this one. And it's a world I'm really keen to delve on into. So hopefully I can get around to this not too far in the future. So these are some of the books I bought this month. I'm not holding them all up. I did that for the thumbnail, but I'm not doing it again. I am really excited about all the things I bought this month. Hopefully this will be the last of book fair buys. Because I do tend to buy things that will end up much lower down on my TBR at that kind of thing. Which I don't feel guilty about, but I don't need to add to my extended TBR that much. I should be buying books that I'm really excited to read really soon, so these kind of books should be my priority. I obviously will be buying a lot of books in April, because April is a ridiculously good month for new releases. A couple of books that I was interested in have just come out at the end of March, but they're not at my bookstores yet, so I haven't bought them yet, so they will be April reads. And a lot of great things coming out in April, so keep an eye out for those. And keep an eye out for my April TBR and my March wrap-up coming up early next week, because I'm going to be going insane with the books in April. I don't think it's genuinely achievable, but I'm gonna try. Thank you for watching. If you read any of the books I hauled today, please comment down below and chat with me about them. Try to be non-spoilery unless I've mentioned that I read them. And otherwise, I will see you soon with another video. Thanks!